You know, I told Roger earlier that I was going to do, a fairly lengthy introduction, and he said, just tell him I played with a few bands. Don't embarrass me. Well, I've decided to embarrass him anyway. No, man. This is so good. I spent all afternoon on this.
Live up to all that? Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I get to embarrass him at least a little. This guy, musician, educator, and author, one of the most sought after and prolific jazz lead trumpet players of our time, with more than 38 years of professional experience to his credit. He began playing the trumpet in 1965 at the age of 8. Yeah, that part's true. Grew up in LA, became associated with some of the finest Hollywood trumpet players at the time. So get this. I wrote this. Yeah. So, starting at the age of 16, he toured with the Louis Bellson Big Band. And he was in a section with Blue Mitchell, Bobby Shue, Pat Anderson, and Frank Zabo, excuse me. Thank you very much. He joined the Quincy Jones Big Band for a summer, spent a year touring with Connie Stevens, which is where he got his first taste of playing lead trumpet with a pop act. So, at the age of 18, he played first trumpet with Tom Jones, and that went on for 6 years. 24, he moved to Las Vegas, where for 2 years played production shows and star acts on the Strip. In 1985, though, he joined the Woody Herman Orchestra as lead trumpet. He remained with Woody until Woody's death in 1987. During that time, they recorded 3 Grammy-nominated albums. He was recognized, or is recognized, as the last lead trumpet player to play with the true Woody Herman Orchestra. After Woody's death, Roger went back to LA and began to lead his own big band with the late Steve Elliott. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes.
Okay, good. In '88, joined the Maynard Ferguson Band, where he recorded 3 albums as well. After touring with Maynard, he collaborated with Arturo Sandoval, recording the Grammy Award-winning album Danzone in 1990. We're getting almost up to the present. He joined the newly formed big band of singer, pianist, composer, and arranger Harry Connick Jr. until the orchestra disbanded in 1993. During that time, he recorded 3 albums with Harry. Following year, toured with the vocal legend Frank Sinatra, moved to New York City and joined the Wynton Marsalis in his Lincoln Center Jazz Orchestra. Recorded 3 albums with Marsalis, including the Pulitzer Prize-winning Blood on the Fields. Eventually left jazz at Lincoln Center to tour and to record with the legendary Ray Charles for 2 years. You getting bored with these names yet? 1996, Harry Connick Jr. reorganized his band, which resulted in Roger joining the band again, and at the same time, simultaneously, he was also touring with not only Harry Connick, but Ray Charles, Paul Anka, and the Jazz at the Lincoln Center Band. While living in New York, he performed in a freelance capacity in over 20 Broadway productions. 2007, he moved to Chicago, and this is where he sort of took a curve. He wrote the trumpet textbook, Clinical Notes on Trumpet Playing, which has been sold in over 40 countries and is on the required or recommended reading list for many undergraduate and graduate music programs worldwide.
And we also have some of those books in the trunk of the car.
So those books can be purchased. You just say the word. We're all over that. Oh yeah, Roger's a Jupiter performing artist and clinician. And in 2009, with Jupiter Vantage, designed the Trumpet XO Series 1600i professional B-flat trumpet. He's currently artist in residence at the Chicago College of Performing Arts at Roosevelt University. So,
the underground name for this horn is the iHorn. Okay? But legally, Jupiter couldn't advertise it as such. So. But of course, the I is for Ingram.
So iPad, now you know, iPad, iPhone, all those, Ingram. Yeah. And my last paragraph, he's one of the most sought after and prolific lead trumpet players of our time. Well known for his dynamic sound and upper register and a feel for swing, Roger's musical legacy is embodied by his respect and regard for artistic integrity. Ingram is considered by Harry Connick Jr., as well as many others, to be the finest lead trumpet player in the world. She did. I'm sorry, but that's how it goes, man.
You know, 2 of my best friends on the planet are Wayne Bergeron and Bobby Shue, and I think they're pretty good too. Wayne Bergeron and I used to split the lead trumpet chair in the California All-State Band when we were 16 years old. And at the time, he couldn't slot a high G for a truck roll load of $100 bills. But he could play a double A in an F sharp. And at the time, I couldn't slot a high F for a truckload of $100 bills. So all the charts that had high Gs, I played them. And all the charts that had high Fs, Wayne played.
So, you know what? Let me turn the mic over to this guy. He's one of the great lead trumpet players in jazz music history. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Roger Ingram.
Thank you. I want to thank Donald and Dazzle Jazz Club. And most importantly, I'd like to thank Jim Mick and Scott Handler, who run the Metropolitan Jazz Orchestra. For my entire career, I've primarily been a lead trumpet player. And if you've listened to Grammy shows or hear what's on the radio now, there's not a lot of big bands working with me. So I find myself having to go in front of a band every once in a while to perform, and now I'll be a trumpet soloist, which I never really wanted to do, but I feel really cozy in the trumpet section of all these bands. But tonight, we're going to play some of the charts that I recorded with Woody Herman's orchestra. And you don't hear about too many tributes happening for Woody Herman, do you? And so tonight is our little tribute to Woody Herman. I'm going to start off in the trumpet section, playing lead. Because, of course, that's what I'm known for. I'd like to take a minute to introduce my wife. We celebrated our first year wedding anniversary in April. Stand up, Vicky. This is Victoria Ingram. We're in the midst of a 3.5-week pedagogy tour. And Scott Handler and Jim were nice enough to ask me if I'd like to play a date with their band here in Denver. I have a lot of friends here in Denver, great Jeff Gisbert, Pete Olstad, Tony Rodriguez, and a lot of friends of mine. While I work teaching and giving clinics during the day, my stepson, Vicky, on vacation. Of course, I've been there and seen a lot of these cities, so it works out nicely. How many states are we going through, honey?
Okay.
So this is just one of the stops, about 9 states. Anyway, I'm going to hand the mic over to Jim, and I'm going to do what I feel the most comfortable doing, and I'm going to play the trumpet with this fabulous orchestra.